some scripts and share some screen prints. And I'm like, or screenshots. I'm like, I'm going to share my Google form or my Word document here. So I'm not going to share it all with you. I'll send it to you guys if you want to. Hold on. Uh-oh. Yikes. So, deny, stop. Oh, I don't know what I just denied, but we'll get on with Zoom. So as we were saying, happy Monday night. It is, we have 2 weeks left in the year, you guys. And like we we're just saying, the work now is laying the foundation. You have to be showing up in your workouts. You have to be showing up in your nutrition. I am trying something. I am on like a mission to drop like 45 pounds. So I created a little story that I update every few days to say, hey, I'm down a little bit more. And yes, it's a little like, want when you're like, I've down 3.2 pounds. But people are starting to pay attention to those. People are starting to respond to those. And they're going to remember that on Christmas Day. They're going to be like, wait, what? Like you didn't gain. Hold up. Like we need to talk. So what we want to talk about tonight is just inviting. And hopefully you had the chance to listen to the National Wake Up Call by Katie Ursta. Like that was money. I bought the book the minute she got off the call. Like I was like, okay, I've got to buy that book. And I thought she had some really great, I want to go back and listen to it and take notes. But she had some really great questions to ask yourself when you're posting. And I am the queen of checklists. And it tells me to post on Facebook or Instagram, check. And I'm not putting a ton of time and effort into it, which results in not a lot of comments, not a lot of new followers. And so you have to we're not saying take an hour, but Katie shared, hey, I had these examples, these posts that people are responding to, these calls of action that people are responding to. And what I do after, or before every National Wake Up Call is I go to that person's Instagram page because I want to see what are they posting? What types of things am I reading through? And I'm studying them. So I just wanted to talk about like the inviting process because it's like the only way you're going to grow a business is you have to invite. Melanie Mitro has shared, even at number one coach for 4 or 5 years, I don't even know how long it is anymore, she still has to invite people. So if you think there's going to be ever a time in this business where you're like, yes, I've made it to the point where my inbox is flooded with people who are ready to purchase, I don't have to send out an invite message or an invite post, you're wrong. You're still going to have to do that. Yes, people will come to you, but you still have to be sending those messages. So I wanted to just kind of share Facebook versus Instagram when it comes to inviting. I am not this Instagram savvy person. I default to Facebook too often. But one thing I've learned about Instagram versus Facebook, and I want you guys to think about it, your accounts as well. Who are you following or connecting with on Facebook? They're mostly friends, family, high school, friends of friends. They are friends with you because they're expecting to see your family, your fur babies, what you're doing for Christmas, your vacation, stuff like that. They're probably not like, oh, hey, I so want to accept his or her friend request because I want to hear all about their fitness journey. That's not what they want to hear on Facebook. On Instagram, they have more of a choice, am I going to follow this account or not? And that's why your Instagram has to include fitness. Both of them should include fitness. But with Instagram, what is your goal with that account? I think Facebook, we started off, hey, my goal is to stay connected with friends from high school or college or grade school or whatever. And then we turned it kind of into a business opportunity. Where Instagram, people are like, what's in it for me? They want to know your tips. Janelle hosted a team call last Thursday, which was phenomenal, talking about Instagram and, you know, how you need to be offering value. That doesn't mean you have to be offering like fit tips all the time and know everything, but like Chalene Johnson talks about value in terms of, are you giving people hope? Are you inspiring them? Are you helping them to escape? Chalene Johnson's like a super funny person. So she'll go into like that funny mode. It's allowing somebody to escape maybe whatever's going on in their life for a few minutes to bring them joy. And so if somebody's coming to your Instagram feed because they're getting that from you, then they're going to stay connected with you. So sorry, I want to make sure I'm going with my notes here too. So with Instagram, I think it's just a lot easier and a lot faster to get to that invite process. And I learned this from Josh Coates. So if you've noticed, I referenced a lot of people. Personal development is key in this business, okay? And you need to hear things multiple times sometimes. So hearing it from all these different people, hopefully you're starting to pay attention. Oh, what's that podcast or whatever? You're going to start to hear things that like, hey, I need to start implementing that. I've heard it enough times from enough top coaches that I need to do it. And that's all you're doing, okay? Whether you're starting out as a coach or you're helping your new coaches get started. Reference people that are already successful with this and share what worked for them. But so with Instagram, if somebody likes one of my posts, the minute they put a little love, I go on their account and I see what they're about. You can quickly figure out who's a coach. Are they already sharing workouts? What are they sharing in their highlights on Instagram? You know right then and there, am I going to connect with this person or not? I don't connect with other coaches. You don't have enough time in the day to be probably doing all the things that you need to be doing to begin with. You connecting with another coach is not going to help you, you know? So you may find that I've had plenty of times where I'll look at somebody's page and think they are not on a fitness journey. They are not a coach. And here they're a coach. They're a discount coach, but they're not doing their fitness journey as well. And so I quickly kind of wrap up that conversation. But every single post, on Instagram, every new follower on Instagram, every new person watching a story on Instagram pretty much gets the same message. Hey, so-and-so, I go to their page, I click like, I comment on some posts, and then I message them, hey, so-and-so, and I always use their name if applicable. Thank you so much for following my page or for the love on that post. Are you on a health and fitness journey as well? This was something I learned from Josh Coates like 2 years ago. He's like, you guys as Beachbody coaches will know about your grandma's best friend's cousin's cat before you will ever get to the point of, hey, are you on a health and fitness journey as well? Like we're forming until we're blue in the face. And that's like the biggest thing. Hey, I sent them a happy birthday message. I connected with them on their kids. How do I get that conversation over to fitness? With Instagram, they're already engaging with your posts. As Katie said today, their eyes are on you. They are giving you permission to talk to them about this. They have clicked like, they have clicked follow. That's why I think Instagram is just so big. If they don't like you, if they're not jiving with you, if you're not jiving with them, you quickly unfollow and you move on. So if you're seeing somebody pop up over and over and over and over again, they're wanting to talk to you. They're engaged. So send them a message. And I just say, hey, like I said, how are you doing? I'll maybe put something that's like related to them. I saw you guys went to have breakfast with Santa this weekend. How did it go? By the way, thanks so much for the love on my post. Are you on a health and fitness journey as well? And now Instagram has a voice message button. And I think a lot of times people will kind of blow off a lot of those messages because they think it's like a copy copy and paste. Hey, they've just copied and paste. Having your voice there, they know you couldn't just copy and paste that message to everybody. You took the time, you got to know them a little bit, you got to check out their Instagram page, and then you sent them a voice message. And it goes so much faster than typing it out. And they get to know your personality. So they're going to say one of two things about this. Are you on a health and fitness journey as well? And it happens every single time. They're going to tell you, yes, they are, and why it's working or why it's so awesome. Or they're going to tell you, no, I'm not, and here is why. Because everybody feels like they should be. They're following your page on Instagram, and they're probably like, oh, I should be working out. I totally could have done a 20-minute workout today, but I got caught up watching Hallmark movies, and 6 hours later, 3 movies in, I could have done all those workouts. Oh, I could have had a salad today. I have all those ingredients in my refrigerator. Why did I not? They're already thinking in their head why, and they're like kids, like, yes, I need to be. I know I need to be, but I'm not. And here's why. I don't have time. I don't have money. And they start giving you their excuses why they can't do it. And they've just given you all that you need to know. I love using the feel, felt, found. And I heard this from a national wake-up call, especially when somebody's like, especially this time of year, I am not on a health and fitness journey right now. It's the holidays. We have a million parties. I just can't stay on track with my nutrition. I cannot make it to the gym. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel the same exact way, especially with the parties. But I felt, hold on, I got to see. I felt like, or I said, oh my gosh, I feel the same way about the nutrition. I felt like it was all or nothing. Like I either had to be on with my nutrition 110% or screw it and just indulge, and I'll get back started. And I'm worse, my birthday's January 5th. So I just go until January 6th. I'll start January 6th. And then you've like a whole month and a half has gone by. And then I would say, but it's not happening this year because I found this nutrition plan that allowed me to change the way I think about food. I don't have cheats anymore. I have treats. I know how to fuel my body so I'm not craving those sweets. Have you ever considered joining one of my nutrition groups? If you are posting on Instagram, if you are posting on Facebook, and you are doing at least 2 hooks a week, inviting somebody to join, you're joining your nutrition group, you're joining a challenge group, you have 20 spots available for Shaun T's new 20-minute workout. You do not say Shaun T, but you have, 20 spots available for this 20-minute workout you can do from home. They have most likely seen those posts. Okay. And especially for posts on hooks, I will always send them the exact same message. Thank you so much for the love on that post. That means the world to me. Were you interested in more information, or were you just being super awesome? Because either way, you're either like getting that invite going on, or you're complimenting them. And if they're like, you know what, I was just being super awesome, I say, thank you so much. That truly means the world to me. How's everything else in life going? Are you ready for the holidays? They don't want my invite. I'm not going to be like, oh, hey, you're super awesome. Did you want to join still? I take it right back to them. And then I add them into my connection builder. And I know they're a follow-up. I'm still building that relationship. With time, they'll come. When I show them that I'm getting results with my 20-minute workout a day, then they'll come. But you can't have those conversations if you're not engaging with those people that are paying attention. So once I know their objection as to why they're not, on social media, or why they're, not on their fitness journey, then I can help them. Then I can figure out. It doesn't always turn into a sale, but it gets that conversation going. It gives you an opportunity to learn what's going to work for them. Hey, I just don't have the money to invest in a fitness program right now. You know what? That's so cool. And that's totally okay. I get that. what if I just gave you a link to one of our workouts? You could do it for free from home. Would you be interested in that? It is free. Yes, I would. Okay, try it out. You guys, we have until January 14th to get people enrolled and beyond into Transform 20. Don't stop now because it released last week. Was that last week? Was that 2 weeks ago? I don't even know how long ago it was. But don't stop because it released and think, oh, I'll just catch up when they do the ultimate fix in like April. You know, like you got to keep inviting. So if somebody's giving you the objection of money or of time, say, you know what, would you do me a huge favor? If I sent you this link that you could do this workout, could you let me know what you think about this 20-minute workout? Because I am floored what can happen and it's free. I bet people would be interested. Okay. And if it's not, then like if they're not, then you know it's not, that's not really their objection yet. There's something else going on. It just gives you an opportunity to learn more about them. If they are on a fitness journey, I find out what they're doing. Are they eating well? Are they going to a gym? I will ask them, like if they're not associated with their MLM or obviously Beachbody, I'll say, you know, I don't know if you'd be interested, but have you ever considered doing what I do? You're already on your fitness journey. You're already clearly rocking it. What if you could earn a supplemental income by helping other people? Would you like to learn a little bit more about it? And now you have a coach invite with somebody who's already like-minded, who's already rocking their fitness journey, and maybe they, you know, aren't ready for a challenge group or whatever. Maybe they do want supplements. You know, maybe they are still, you know, working out the nutrition piece. And so, yeah, if they're like working out, I'll offer, how's your nutrition? You know, like that's my key. That's my biggest struggle. So I'll ask them about nutrition. Just because they're working out doesn't mean they've locked in that nutrition piece. It's like, sad to say, I feel like CrossFitters are like one of that like key group of people. Like they're killing themselves in a gym, but they're not getting results. Yeah, like what Corey's saying. If I look, Corey, I'll go. Yes. Yeah. So nutrition, if you're doing a 3-day refresh, wait, I hit the wrong X. I almost locked myself out of Zoom. No. So you always have something to be like inviting them to. Like I said, with Facebook, you cannot just, I started a happy birthday message with them and think it's going to transition. They have to really be engaging with you on your post to send them a message. In Instagram, if it's a new follower, I'm like, hey, thanks so much for the love on my page. Are you into health and fitness as well? I can't do that with Facebook. And I think that's why so many more coaches are just having so much more success with Instagram, because like, hey, they're interested in what I'm offering. We now have the luxury of Instagram and Facebook messages or stories. You can quickly see who is watching your videos. I don't know if Corey does this. I did this the other day and I shared with my team. So I did 2 15-second videos, little sneak peek from Transform 20 on Thursday. I had tried it. So Friday, I went to that second video, because if they've watched the second video, I had like 69 people watch the first one and 66 watch the second. So those 3 that dropped off, I don't even know which 3 they were. I moved on. They couldn't even click the next one. So they're not my people right now. I went to those 66 and I sent them the voice message. And I was like, I could probably play it. OMG, thank you so much for watching that little sneak peek video. This workout utilizes a step. I don't know if you could tell. And oh my gosh, this is going to take an adjustment, but you cannot beat a 20-minute workout. I have this group starting in January. Would you be interested? Are you interested in learning more? Or, this group starts in January. Would you like details? It just gets the conversation started. As Katie said, I'm going to keep repeating it just because she just talked about it today. If you have their eyes, you have like that ability people know now, hey, I can see who's watching my stories. If they don't want you to know, this is so bad. My husband's not home right now. Like my ex-boyfriend, I can see his Instagram. Hell no, am I going to go on his Instagram stories? He will know that I see those. He won't know that I see Instagram, you know, like, so if people know, hey, they can see these things and they're messaging you. I just want to make sure. Oh, and last thing. So once people get going on their yes to a challenge group, always, 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 and I've shared this before, offer them the opportunity to upgrade to a challenge pack and signing as a coach. Okay? Hopefully you all believe in Shakeology, the performance line, the value of the discount, and the ability to pay this business forward. Again, Katie's call was amazing. Just giving people the of time and health is something that you can never get more of, you know? And so that's what this business does in terms of giving people a true solution to improve their health, but also allowing them more freedom of time and money to do what they want, you know? So always just say, I had gotten this from another national wake-up call. I think it was Danielle Natoni. And it's just, I'm also, you know, once they say, yes, this is the challenge pack I want, I say, that's awesome. I'm also working privately with ladies who want to possibly do what I do and help others start their journey, but first want to work on themselves and gain some confidence. You'd enroll as a coach with one of the choice packages, and I'll work a little closer with you on things I do to learn discipline, consistency, and confidence. This also gives you a 25% discount after your enrollment. Would you be interested in that option? And so far, the majority of people that I have sent that to have said, yes, sign me up as a coach. Okay. And it just gets you another person. And once they get started as a coach, don't freak out. We have challenge groups or coach groups that they can be a part of. And again, it's just doing what you guys are doing, sharing your journey. And I think you have to be sharing your journey. You cannot have an Instagram account or a Facebook account showing your kids and your life and your house and nature and whatever else, and then send somebody a message being like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for the love on my Instagram page. Would you like to join my challenge group too? Or are you into health and fitness too? And they're like, huh? Like who? Like, I didn't even know you were into health and fitness. Like, what are you talking about? It's not on your Instagram. Look at your last 9, 12 photos, that grid. What do you have in there? Are they seeing you? Are they seeing a fitness journey? Are they seeing it on your stories? Are they seeing that you're watching, that you're improving your nutrition? You know, like you have to have those things in order to be able to then message those people and say, hey, would you be interested in joining me? So that's my piece. Ms. Corey, do you have anything to add?
That was awesome. Super helpful. And if you guys did not listen to the National Wake Up Call from this morning, go, and I posted it in my team, go listen to it. You can fast forward like 9 minutes in or whatever it is where you see Katie come on the screen, and listen to what she had to say, because it just really brings it full circle. And I'm going to kind of just share a little bit of what really hit me from her call today. Because many of you know that my mom was diagnosed with cancer earlier this year. We have been fighting that. She's doing really well. Leanne lost her mom to cancer 12 years ago. And one of my friends from high school was diagnosed with cancer recently. Another girl I went to grade school with was diagnosed with cancer a few years ago, and she is a survivor. Katie Ersta, who did the National Wake Up Call this morning, was diagnosed with cancer with a week-old baby.
And had
stage 4.
Like it wasn't like early.
So I bring this point up because we have a gift, you guys. This is so much bigger than getting somebody connected with a fitness program and making $35 or $50 or whatever. It's so much bigger than that. People are being diagnosed with cancer. They're dying too young. They're being diagnosed with diabetes, all these different diseases because they don't know. Because the FDA puts food out there that says, oh, well, it's fat-free or it's low fat or it's low sodium. And people think that, oh, it's gluten-free, that's like healthy. And they don't know. We have something at our fingertips that could change the world. And that might seem like really big, but you guys, it is. Like, you could change someone's life. It's huge. Don't hold that to yourself. And don't be afraid to invite somebody to that, because they might not be ready the first time you ask them. But if you keep showing up and sharing your journey and being that light and kind of lighting the way, they're going to follow and they're going to come back around. But remember, what you have is a gift. You're not trying to make a sale. If you're on my team, and I know Leanne's the same way, we're not trying to make a sale. We are empowering those around us to lead healthier, happier lives. That is my mission. That is what I want to do in life. That is what I want for our team to do, is to empower others to lead a healthier lifestyle. So if you sit down to invite people who are liking and commenting and following your stories, and you genuinely in your heart, your intention is to invite them to lead a healthier lifestyle, you will succeed. You will have success. You will empower those people and they will know that you are genuine. If you have the intention to make a sale and let somebody just figure it out on their own, like the treadmill companies do and the gym companies do. Gyms bank on people coming in January 2nd and filling out a form and locking in a year contract and then not showing up after the first 2 weeks. Right? But that's not us, because we're going to continue to build that relationship and we're going to continue to keep that person on track. I'm not saying that you can do it for them and you can make them be perfect, but you absolutely can encourage that person and let them know that you believe in them, and that when they're ready and they come around, that you will always be there for them. Yes, Planet Fitness prides themselves on pizza and donut days. True story. True story. How sad is that? You have to have balance in life, but that's not really teaching health and wellness, right? That's not really helping people accomplish their goals. That's making sure people come back, right? So I just wanted to remind you that there is a bigger picture here to keep your intentions. I screen shared, or I copied and pasted a couple of my recent invites. I'm going to add those into my team page. I'm happy to add them into yours too, Leanne, so that there's diversity on how a conversation goes, so that you can kind of see how I invite and how I lead the conversation from there. Because I do have an ultimate inviting script, but I just did some recent ones just for, because variety, and I changed things up a little bit here and there. But don't be afraid to invite. Okay. Just like Leanne said and Katie said on the call today, like if they're watching your stuff, it's like running into somebody at the grocery store and you make eye contact. When you make eye contact, that opens the door to say, hey girl, how have you been? How's life? What's going on? What's new? It just opens that door for conversation. So I think that's all I have.
Not to add, but you just made me think of this. I will add on positive notes soon. So one of my friends, I worked with his wife, and then he was the guy who sold us 3 of our cars over time, just like the nicest guy in the entire world. And he had contacted me when P90X3 had been released. And I was like, hey, Leanne, I think I really want to do this program. I'm like, Bob, that's awesome. I'm so excited for you. He had type 1 diabetes. So he has had it, like he had it in his entire life. And so we were going back and forth. And then I kind of just I let it slip a little bit in terms of timing, and then he had a benign tumor on his pituitary gland that they had to remove. And I would stay in touch, and they could never like get him stable really after that. And then all of a sudden he got better, and I just kind of dropped the ball and it was like, he has so many things going on. And I knew in my heart of hearts that Shakeology could help him, that would help him even feel better after being in the hospital for like 5 months. And so today's anniversary, that I was baking cookies, and a friend called me that he had passed away in his sleep at like, he was 52. And I wanted to vomit, and he had 3 kids, his wife. And though I didn't want to make a sale, I was like, Shakeology could have helped him. And I know it could have. And I've heard that other coaches, Miguel Carrasco had like a coach, somebody that the girl had like just ordered her challenge pack and literally like dropped dead of a heart attack, like a young girl. And at that point you're like, could I have done something? And, I believe everything happens for a reason at the time it's supposed to, but at the same time, don't ever feel like, I wish I would have said something. I wish I would have invited, because that feeling is awful. And I sat there in front of Carl Deichler. I said it right to his face. I said, my only issue is Shakeology is that you didn't come out with it sooner, because I know it would have helped my mom at least through chemo. I don't know that if it would have saved her or anything, but I know it would have helped her body heal a little bit better. I think it would have made it easier. That's my only regret. So don't let your fear stop you from potentially helping somebody, because you're going to have these conversations with people. You're going to see posts. You're going to know what they're fighting in their life. And if there's just a little part of you that's like, I think they could really benefit from Shakeology, then invite them. Just say, have you tried this? Have you ever considered trying it? Get them a sampler pack, but don't like hold out on it because you're like, I'm scared. What if they think I'm going to try and sell them on something? Like, your hearts. And like what Corey said, we don't bring people on our team that are salespeople. Salespeople don't work in this business. People see them coming from a mile away, or like they work for like a hot second and then they're out. Because the key to our business, specifically our business, is the work starts after they get their challenge pack. The work doesn't start to get them to purchase a challenge pack. The work comes after. Every other business, they're like, I'm done, not us. We keep showing up. So know that in your heart, and if you go into it knowing that that's your heart, that's all they're going to see. They're not going to think it's a salesy thing. I'm done.
Agreed. Does anybody have any questions or something they're struggling with specifically when it comes to inviting? You can unmute yourself if you... Okay, let me ask this. Is everyone inviting? Yeah? Caitlin, yes? Taya? No? I know you've had a crazy week and you're just kind of getting started, but it's so important. Nate, have you been inviting? I know you made a ton of connections the last 2 weeks. No? Okay. Aaron, follow-ups are your struggle. Okay. Aaron, can you unmute yourself or type in like specifically what like following up when they tell you no, or following up to like keep the conversation going and get them to close? Okay. That's fine. I will say this while we're waiting for Aaron really quick. If somebody tells me no, or it's not the right time, or maybe they keep watching me. I have this girl who lives right around the corner from me, actually, and she keeps engaging on my polls, and she wants to be in a challenge group, or says she does, but ghosts every single message. I probably have 10 messages to her that she has never responded to. So do you know what I do with her? At least once a week, I will go and love on her posts. I don't send her any more messages unless she comments on something saying she wants info, because I don't want to be a bother and I'm not going to waste my time. But I will go keep loving on her posts to build and grow that relationship so that she knows I'm going to keep showing up, and I'm not just here for a quick second. I'm here, and I'm always going to be here. If I know something that would be helpful to her or anybody, I have another single mom who just really struggles with self-belief. She's invested in a challenge pack one time. She really didn't follow through with it, but I still continue to love on her and connect with her every couple of weeks. I send her PD that I think would be helpful. I send her just thinking of you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Super simple, small things that are going to pay off in the long run. And if nothing else, it's making them smile and have a better day. Okay. So sometimes the follow-up is just a quick, hey, I hope you have a beautiful day. Hey, this is a perfect time too, you guys. Like, there's so much opportunity for conversation. Have you wrapped your Christmas gifts yet? Are you done Christmas shopping? How are the holidays? Do you have to travel? I just wanted to reach out and say, hey, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and you're safe if you have to travel, whatever. There's so much opportunity for conversation right now. Okay. And right now, more than any, people don't find it odd if you haven't talked to them in a long time, because they appreciate that you thought of them and that you took the time to say, I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas, or, hey, I was just thinking of you. It's, the season of giving or whatever. And I wanted you to know that I'm thinking of you and I'm wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Super simple, but it's connecting and letting them know that you're there, and it's putting you back on their radar and starting that conversation. Okay. Okay. Erin, go ahead, my love. Go ahead and unmute yourself and let us know.
Okay. You can hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So you, what you just went over, it kind of answered some of my things there. But so I actually right now just have a few people that I have been, that have commented on with the whole 20 minutes, do you really sweat? Does your heart rate really get up? So I answer those questions to them. Another lady, after I turned 40, it's my middle section. I'm like, same. I found what works, and little conversations back and forth. But then it's kind of like that whole closing. Yes, I did have something to invite them to. One person responded. That was it. So, which is fine. I we'll go with that one person then for now. And then, I don't know, I think that's the hardest part, is that people, it's like everything sounds good and they want all in, and you give them more information, and, they ask a couple questions and you answer it, or they give their objections and you satisfy their objections. And then it's like quiet, you invite them and then it's quiet. So like I said, what you had touched on just helped with that, just get that conversation going again, and nothing maybe about the invite, just to be a connection, a person, so anyway, that did help. So.
Okay. And another thing that you could do, okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't still muted. Another thing that you can do that I like to do is, if they haven't responded after like 2 or 3 messages and they were all in and, they were ready to purchase, but then they didn't follow through with a closing or with an email or, choosing a package maybe, I'll just simply message them and say, hey girl, you know what? I know it's a super busy time of year and I really don't want to be a bother to you. Maybe life has just gotten kind of crazy. Were you still thinking about joining us girls for this upcoming challenge group, or would another challenge group be better fit for you? Or would it be better if I contacted you after the holidays? Ask a yes or no question. It is our job to lead the conversation, and it is our job to follow up. So that gives you the permission to either follow up with her, and if she ghosts you again, then I would just put them on like every 2 weeks, engage on a post, not necessarily send them a message, but just engage on a post to let her know that you're still there. Does that make sense? Cool. Oh my gosh, my little Killian just came out. Sorry, I just saw his little booty come out of the car seat. I was like, oh, I'm so cute. Anybody else? Was there something typed in the chat? Caitlin said, I've had the same thing happen with several people. And you guys, this time of year, like, remember, it is crazy, crazy busy. So this is my recommendation. Take 10 minutes a day. And all those people you've invited that have ghosted you, go love on their posts every couple days. Okay. Once a week, whatever. Take 10 minutes to just like knock out a couple of them and go love on their posts. And then the week between Christmas and New Year's, invite them again. Hey, love, I know that life probably got really busy for you and we got crazy too. I hope that you had a really, really good Christmas. Were you still thinking about working towards X, Y, and Z? Reiterate what their goals were. Okay. Because if they've shown interest, we should have asked enough questions to at least know what their goals are. Okay. And that's probably like my biggest thing is like, once somebody like comments on something or says that they would like more info or that maybe they're interested, always come back with a question. Do not give them all the details. Always ask more questions. What are your goals? What would you like to work towards? When working towards that, do you struggle with nutrition? Do you struggle with making time to work out, or a little bit of both? Specific, because then you can throw their goals and their struggles right back at them so that they see the value in what you're providing and the fact that you know that program is going to help them not only accomplish their goals, but is also going to help combat their struggles. That you're not just making a sale, that you are seeing what the struggle is. You've been there. It's, you guys, and I have so many times new coaches, and Leanne, maybe you've experienced this too, where new coaches are like, well, I don't know all the programs. You guys, the people who are coming to you and following you are likely, like 99% of the time, having the same exact struggle that you are. So you know what to recommend because it's what you're going through. The people who are following you and want to get into your challenge group are not probably relating to my story and what my struggles are, okay? Because they're connecting with you. So don't let that block you either, that you maybe don't know all the programs or all the nutrition plans or all the information, okay? Cool. Leanne, did you have anything? Oh, yes, and sometimes they didn't see the message. Yes. How many people, their kids grab their phone, and then my kids don't because they know better. They are not allowed to touch mom's phone. But there are so many moms out there who just give their phone over, you know, or you're at a restaurant or whatever, and then they open the message and then they don't realize that it even ever came through. So don't take it personally. Okay. Maybe show up on their page and love on them a little bit to continue that conversation, and then try and take the conversation behind closed doors again and just love on that person a little bit. Cool. Awesome tips, Mama. Thank you for sharing your insight. I'll get the recording up if nobody else has any questions. If you can share, did you have some of your scripts too? Maybe we can tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow at this point, you and I can collaborate, put our two scripts together on a Google Doc, and then just share them in both of our teams so that way they can see a little bit of both, and that way they have the scripts at hand. Cool. All right. Awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for being on the call. Thank you for taking the time. What's up, my dude? Hi. He's so stinking cute. Thank you for taking the time to make your business a priority, for being on this call. This is our last call for the year because it is Christmas next week. And we will be off for New Year's Eve as well. So take that time.
What? We don't need New Year's Eve. We'll just hop on a call.
We'll just hop on a call. I'm totally game for doing like a morning call and busting out like a power hour. If anybody else wanted to do that, I would be more.
I think probably aim for that. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah. So maybe we can post about that and talk about it in our team pages and see who wants to do that, because I don't think we have anything going on. But Merry Christmas to all of you guys. Take time to be present with your family, but make sure you're showing up for your business at least 15, 20, 30 minutes a day right now, and at least showing up to be on social media, be present, and have a couple conversations. Okay. This is the season that we can unplug a little bit to be present with our families, but don't totally go MIA, because all that momentum that you're gaining right now and that you have been for weeks will be lost if you just stop showing up. So make time. If you can still make hour, 2 hours a day, do it. But at least 15 minutes, half an hour, make it a priority. Okay. Merry Christmas, Erin. Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.